what would be someone's motive to do what they did to 9/11? Who would be the people that would want to bring down the World Trade Center?
Well, I'm not one of them, but I can look at what's happened since then.
Okay.
You know, see the effects. One thing that really bugged me after 9/11 was we had all these flying spy gizmos being put out and spy cameras everywhere. People wouldn't have put up with that without 9/11. But the biggest thing that I would like the viewer to understand is that 9/11 was an attack on human consciousness. Since 9/11, people have not been thinking so clearly or so deeply. They just kind of go along, nodding along, and they hear something, oh, okay. And we need to get back to that. It's like a degradation of our culture. And that's sort of what one of the big aims of my book is, going through this evidence and teaching people to observe what they're seeing, not what they're being told to see.
Wow.
But it's a big deal. I've got this cute story, probably heard about Jack Willems. The very first jet airplane, P-59, was flown by Jack Willems. When they had it on the ground...
Jack Willems?
Willems, W-O-L-A-M-S. When they had it on the ground to hide this top secret technology, they put a fake propeller on it. And the propeller kind of looked like some boards off of a, some planks off of a wooden fence. And then they take it off and they fly it away. And when my dad read my book, he got to that. He was in World War II. He went, "Oh yeah, I thought those were weird, but I didn't think any more of it." People don't know what they're looking at. And then apparently Jack Willems was at the local pub drinking a bunch and said to the P-39 pilots, "I have an airplane that doesn't have propellers on it." And then he went, "Oops, how do you back that up?" Well, next day he rented a gorilla suit, derby hat, cigar out of his mouth, and flew up next to the P-39 pilots. Then that night at the watering hole, "You see that escaped gorilla from the zoo?" "I see nothing, I know nothing." Who would want to admit it?
Yeah.
But people don't see what's really there. They see what they think they're supposed to see.
Yeah. By the way, when you got your degree and you finished up your PhD, what did you do for work from 92 till 01? What did you do professionally?
I was there's more of a story behind that. I was a postdoc student for some of that. I got injured, as in killed, and then come back from that. A whole lot of stuff, I've had a full life.
Good for you.
And that's another reason why I felt like I needed to go into 9/11.
But what did you do full time? What was your full time job? Were you a professor, or did you work for a company as a mechanical engineer?
I mainly, when I came back from that, I was doing a postdoc, and then I became a professor.
Okay. Did you ever work on a job like as a mechanical engineer? Like, did you work?
I wasn't a mechanical engineer. Engineering mechanics is a little bit different. You test materials.
If I get a degree in civil engineering, engineering mechanics, applied physics, and material engineering science, what job do I go pursue? What do I do for a living? If
it's not with academia, testing materials.
Did you ever do that?
Running experiments, yeah.
Who was it with?
I was at Boeing.
You were at Boeing?
Yeah, for intermission. I also worked for a short time at NASA Langley.
How long were you at NASA? How long?
Not long. It was a part of their program. Doing your degree, and then you go work at NASA.
How long did you work at Boeing?
Not long.
10 years, 5 years, 3 years?
No.
6 months, 3 months?
Like a year.
At each places?
Yeah.
So you've mainly been academia your entire life?
Yeah, or a hospital patient.
Got it. So that's interesting.
Well, I also was a draftsman for a while.
What do draftsmen do?
This is before the computer.
Oh, got it. Would you draw?
Yeah.
I got
it. Ink and
I got it.
life.
Okay. Well, listen, any final things you want to say before we wrap up the podcast? Any final thoughts that audience should look into? We're going to put the link below for people to be able to go out there and order Where Did the Towers Go? I know Brandon for sure is going to buy it. I know a bunch of guys will buy it. But what else would you want to leave the audience to think about?
Think about how careful we need to be to not be led around. What do magicians do? They get you to lie to yourself. They get you to believe something that isn't true. They get you to make an assumption, a jump of something that isn't true. And so if you're constantly being, it's either this, this, or this. No, but this doesn't agree to it. Oh, don't look at that. Instead, you need to look at what is in front of you. Think of that exercise that artist did, putting his hands underneath a wooden shelf.
That's very interesting, yeah.
Yeah, and you're forced to look at one piece relative to another and see what is really there.
Yeah.
And because it's a hard thing to do. You have to train yourself to do it.
I could never do it. I could never do it. But, to me, I simply want to know what happened. It's a big day. It's one of the worst days in the history of American history, especially the last 50 years. Yeah, if we go to 60s, that changes. But the last 50 years, many would put it at the top, worst day that we experienced, and we still don't know what happened.
Well, you know what my PhD was, or the dissertation? Developed a method for measuring deformation of materials.
I saw that.
And stresses. And when I came back with that evidence, it contradicted all theoretical results up to that point. Theory didn't correctly predict what was there. And it became what, like a colleague of mine started using it. It went to work for Motorola, measuring the stresses in microchips. Because you're going to get any two dissimilar materials bond together, you're going to get huge stresses on the interface.
Have you been to the new World Trade Center? The new ones that built?
I've been to the new World Trade Center. I've been to the, museum several times.
You have been to the museum?
Yeah, that's pretty weird. You know that video of the spire justifying?
Yes.
They have that. You see it right when you come in the door. They probably won't now that I'm pointing it out, but it's a smaller part of the bigger picture. They have it more from back, but they have the justifying spire
right
there.
In front of it.
Right in front.
When you go there, do they know who you are?
No, nobody knows who I am.
No. So they don't give you a hard time when you go in there?
No. And this Bible is there.
This Bible on the rock?
Yeah.
The Bible didn't burn.
Right, and it has formerly liquid metal fused to the page.
And this is in the museum?
Yes. Just before you go, they run you through this loop-de-loop around, and just before you leave, I thought I missed it, and I was turning around to go back, and there it is. It's like in the middle of the aisle.
Do they find out whose Bible it was or no? Because I'm sure the family would love this.
They probably don't know. But there's some very interesting things if you know what you're looking at there. Like a fire truck where only the electrical stuff is toasted in it, nothing else.
You are fully convinced that's what happened?
That there's the things.
Guy?
Oh, not that one, but some other ones.
Rob, please get it right when you're showing pictures like this.
But that's all right.
In a serious meeting.
He probably doesn't have that one.
No, he needs to take it seriously. I mean,
this one they have beyond the paywall at the museum. There's stuff outside the paywall, and you have to pay more to go inside the control thing. But these are weird as they are. Yeah, check out that ambulance.
Huh.
It's just got holes in it.
Yeah.
Random holes.
That's wild. And they still have it up there.
Yeah, and you'll see
You're convinced. So what do you think about Richard Gage and his organization, what they did?
They're either not real bright or they're deliberately misdirecting. Now, Richard Gage bought a copy of my book. So it was April 9th, 2011.
Saw the order that he made?
Well, he bought it off of somebody with a check that's to a bank from AE911Truth. So AE911Truth paid for the book.
Why do you think that's a big deal?
That he has it. He has the information.
Oh, I'm sure. Would you ever sit down with him in a debate format?
Sure, but he has no interest in the truth because the way, like even this thing they had this past week,
Yeah.
It looked like a junior high girl was throwing spitwads at somebody. They had a professional engineer, supposedly. Yeah. His whole presentation, this is supposed to be for Congress or something, was about debunking my book. Nothing of material. He didn't talk about the lack of S&P waves, lack of debris.
So you would sit down with him if we did something?
Sure, but I don't think his interest is in that.
All right, let us see what we can do with him. We'll see. Maybe we can do something with him.
There's also maybe he's been a victim of that idea that you only see what you think exists.
You think so?
Yeah, so it's got to be either slingshot, BB gun, or bow and arrow.
Richard Gage, his own community, he started, ousted him, fired him. I think something happen to him, Rob?
Yes, he was. I believe he was removed from the architects and engineers for 911
He
Truth.
started that, right?
Yes.
And how many people were part of that organization?
He
Like 30,000, 3,000?
He started it in response to my request for corrections to NIST.
Yeah.
That came out, and a couple weeks later is when the first AE911Truth website went up. And no one who ever talked to Judy Wood was allowed to be in AE911Truth. And if you talked about the Ketam case, you were banned from the group.
Have you, because you heard President Trump announcing that he would release everything they have for 9/11. What happened to World Trade Center? Were you following that story or no?
Yeah, I think he was saying that and didn't really know he might get votes, but I don't think he knew what was there. And there's plenty of other stuff going on.
Who doesn't want this thing to be released? Who doesn't want it to be released?
Probably all of them. Ron Johnson was speaking at that thing earlier this week, on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And he made a good comment that Trump has a lot on his plate right now. And they've already hired one investigation for this. Why should they hire another one? Because the first one didn't give you the answer you wanted.
Nowadays, more than ever, the brand you wear reflects and represents who you are. So for us, if you wear a Future Looks Bright hat or a Valuetainment gear, you're telling the world, I'm optimistic. I'm excited about what's going to be happening, but you're a free thinker. You question things. You like debate. And by the way, last year, 120,000 people got a piece of Future Looks Bright gear with Valuetainment. We have so many new things. The cufflinks are here. New Future Looks Bright. This is my favorite, the green one. Just yesterday, somebody placed an order for 100 of these. If you watch the PBD podcast, you got a bunch to choose from. White ones, black ones. If you smoke cigars and you come to our cigar lounge, we have this high quality lighter cutter and a holder for the cigars. We got sweaters with the Valuetainment logo on it. We got mugs. We got a bunch of different things. But if you believe the future looks bright, if you follow our content and what we represent with Valuetainment, with PBD Podcast, go to vtmerch.com. And by the way, if you order right now, there's going to be a special VT gift inside just for you. So again, go to vtmerch.com, place your order, tell the world that you believe the future looks bright. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.